Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing real-time strategy game The Few, where you control the United Kingdom's air forces during the Battle of Britain in World War II. I started a new profile, tastefully named Uranus, just to start over in the campaign mode, and kind of show you what the game is all about. So you have this map of England, Wales, and kind of northern France. What you do is you place air bases and then have squadrons based at those bases, and then you kind of fly around searching for Germans and then engage them in pausable real-time battles. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of place my two airfields kind of away from the coast. And we also have a factory, put them way up here. And I want to get a radar station as kind of my first thing. I have enough planes for 2 squadrons, which is kind of nice. So that's what I'm going to do. You can have 1 squadron at an air base. You have a couple of these reservists, which are basically people that already have experience. So I'm going to kind of split them up here before time goes, and then we'll give these guys hurricanes and do spitfires for the rest. For that squadron at least. And then it takes a little bit of time to train the recruits. And by a little bit of time, I mean like 10 minutes. The time scale for things flying around seems to be pretty realistic. For build times, it's like completely unrealistic in every sense. You can build an entire airplane in like 2 minutes. You can build a new airfield in like an hour. It's, you know, there's some concessions to kind of keep the game moving. To say the least. Just fill this out, assign them some planes, and then we'll just give hurricanes to the rest of these guys. Yeah, and then it'll take a little bit of time for them to train. So kind of the first thing I want to do is get my radar station built at my factory. So I need to wait until I have 145,000. So we'll just play. And kind of have to wait for these guys to get trained, and then we'll kind of fly them around until I get my radar station done. So we'll scramble them. What you do is you just kind of click and drag a little path. There you go, and then they'll follow that around until our fuel gets low, and we'll send them back home. The game uses a lot of the same encounters. Once you play for a good day of game time, you'll end up running into the same pattern of airplanes. There'll be like a squadron of 2, a squadron of 2, a squadron of 4, and then one giant mass of airplanes you can't possibly defeat with the limits that it gives you on the sizes of the squadrons and stuff. So there's certainly some balance issues with it. I need 145, so here we go. There goes my radar station. It'll take me about 20 minutes to build a gigantic radar station. I'm just gonna do that. You guys are out of fuel, so let's send you back to base. Okay, my radar is done, so I can place it right there. Yep, I knew that was gonna happen. Alright, scramble. Whenever the radar station pulses like that, that means it has enemy planes detected. There they are. So here comes my squad of 2 or 4 coming at me. The AI is pretty poor across the board. You know, it has pretty scripted encounters that you'll have. There's one plane, yay. So we'll just fight this. So this should be pretty easily done. Again, just like on the campaign mode, you just click and drag the target. And if you give it to the leader, then all the other planes under their command will engage. So here we go. I'll show you some problems with this mode once we get encounters with more than one plane in it. Pew 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 pew. Time you want to shoot him, there you go. Yay. With relatively little damage. Pilots will gain experience over time. There you go, that guy shot him, so he got hurt, but he got all that experience there. So, and then we'll just send these guys back to home. These guys need to refuel, I think. Yeah. And of course, there's another set of planes. I think we're gonna have to scramble these guys in a second. Problem is you can't ground, at least I don't think you can ground some of your planes. These guys might actually even be in better shape. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna scramble them again. Yeah, there they are. They actually have more fuel. You can hold down the fast forward button to fast forward it. And of course they're ready now. Here we go. 4 planes. If you auto-resolve, never do it. Never auto-resolve, because a fight you can easily win with no losses while doing it manually, you'll lose like at least one, possibly half of your squadron if you auto-resolve it. It's really ridiculous. I'll auto-resolve one in a little bit. It's really ridiculous how they did it. Now, let me show you some problems. I'm just going to attack these 2 planes with my guys. There they go. And there they go. Slowly going towards them. Alright, we'll zoom in here a little bit. Okay, so if you split these guys up, say we tell them to fly over there, they won't engage anybody. They'll just keep flying. Like these guys here. If you notice these guys, there's an enemy plane right in front of them, but these guys aren't engaging them at all. Like right next to them, unless they're directly in front of their aircraft. And look, these guys, since I didn't tell these planes to specifically engage this aircraft, they completely ignore it and just keep flying straight. It's insane that, you know, now that the aircraft they were assigned to has been destroyed, now they'll just fly off into the sunset. So what you have to do is you have to micromanage and tell these planes to actually go after them, the last enemy. This is a really big problem when there's a whole bunch of enemy planes and it's hard to keep track of which ones are left. You know, if you're fighting 20 planes, you have to sit there and pause the game every, you know, 10 seconds and reassign your aircraft. So it's pretty bad, to say the least. It says there's another set of aircraft. So let's check it out. We'll auto-resolve this battle and I'll show you what will happen if you choose to do that. See if we can find these guys here. I'm not quite sure what I want to get first or next. Alright, where are you at? I think I might do a, where's my factory? There it is. Alright, where are you? Oh, there you are. Alright, get him. Probably do any aircraft gun here at about 2,000. There we go. Go. Get him. Get him. Get him. No, get him. They're gonna bomb my airfield, aren't they? There we go. Alright, 3 enemy planes. So, let's auto-resolve and see what happens. If I were to fight this manually, I would totally dominate them. So here we go. Lost 1, lost 2, lost 3. I lost 3 planes. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. That auto-resolving it like that would... And then that costs you money. Money that I, you know, spent on other things. So now I gotta spend all this money on building replacement airplanes. And retraining those pilots who just died. So I need 3 extra airplanes. After my little anti-air gun gets destroyed here. Alright, so we can place him. We'll try to protect that airfield. Alright. There we go. Enjoy your little planes. So I still need one more airplane. Which, one thing that's nice, it will has like an infinite queue, or at least 5 positions. So it'll hold production until you get enough money for it. So that's kind of nice. So you don't have to micro that too much. So, I mean, now my Air Force is back up to normal, but I lost the experience those pilots had and all that stuff. So it's really kind of annoying. The auto-resolve, it's, you know, terrible. So, I mean, that's basically the game. So you'll, you know, you place, you make replacement aircraft, place little air bases, defenses, and all that stuff on this map. Oh, there's somebody. It's scramble time. You guys are ready too, so we're just going to scramble both of you. And then you engage these aircraft, and then you play out the battles. And then that's basically it. Yep, there we are. We'll see you. You go back to base. So, you know, there isn't much depth to it. There's a lot of repetition. You know, you're basically repeating the same things over and over. Look, there's 3. So I'm going to fight. Because if I don't, I'm going to lose half of my planes. Alright, I'm just going to fly like this. And then I'm going to tell these guys to do that. Yeah, go after them. Engage. Engage. That just happened by accident that they shot down that other guy. That was just luck. You know, they'll see them if they're directly in front of them, but if they're any degree to the side, they'll just ignore them. And they'll just keep flying in a straight line until you tell them different. I see a couple guys got some stars here for experience, which is nice. I'm going to send these guys back. Actually, maybe I shouldn't send them back. It says there's another set of planes out there. These little things, it's health, fuel, and ammunition. So I'm just kind of refueling the people here. Alright, scramble these guys again. I think you can just, you know, keep doing the same sort of thing. You know, the time scale is really weird, how it takes, you know, minutes to build an aircraft or train somebody. There he is. Back that way. Actually, you know what? I might just wait and let you get hammered by my anti-aircraft gun. Boom, 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 boom. Which I don't even think that really does much of anything. Oh, there's 2 guys. Alright, scramble. Yeah, 4 planes. I'll fight. So usually what I do with those 4 planes is pretty popular, is I usually just split these guys up into 4 groups. Excuse me. And then just give each group a target. You know, attacking these from behind isn't the best idea, but... And then hold down, fast forward, because it'll, you know, take them a long time to get up there. There we go. Pew pew pew. Alright, so again, these planes, their targets were defeated, so they're going to completely ignore the plane that's right next to them. So, yeah, turn and help, please. You know, they can't obviously turn their head to look for any other gigantic planes that are flying in the sky next to them. There we go. Perfect. And you guys go back home, and you're going to go intercept these guys. Oh, get them. Oh, get them, go. Oh, you guys stink. You get money from basically successfully defeating... Okay, these guys might get destroyed. Yeah, they got destroyed even before they needed to. Oh, great. But they did destroy all my... They did something to my airfield. I think they destroyed my planes and my airfields, and now I gotta refuel those. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they gunned down the airplanes that were sitting on the tarmac. So that's cool. There we go. So those guys will get trained up real quick. Hello. This is my better squadron out of the two. So, you know, the anti-aircraft guns aren't very effective. I'm going to auto-resolve so I lose. Like, seriously? Ridiculous. Why give the option if it's going to be that terrible? Like, it's the time. Alright, so you guys better go. It's the time and the cost. You know, this is money I should be spending on another airfield and another squadron, not replacing aircraft from a bad auto-resolve. You know? Oh yeah, I need to get some more aircraft, don't I? There we go. And I lost like my 2 most experienced pilots, so that's cool. Where are you at? There we go. At least the music is catchy. Where are you, enemy plane? No, not anywhere more. That means I'm going to lose an airbase, I'm sure. Which is very expensive. If you miss somebody, they destroy your airfield and you're totally screwed, basically. Yeah, you guys are out of fuel. Oh, I saw him. Dang it. Yeah, it's going after my airfield again. Yeah. And it actually does cause them some damage, so that's something at least. But you can't really rely on those anti-aircraft things by themselves. Just kind of chuck them near your airfields to help you out. Alright. And then we'll split these guys. Give them a drunk path. Which they won't follow if you give them a target, but... Alright, so if I auto-resolve, I would have lost half my planes. Since I didn't, I dominated them. So, there you go. Back to base. Alright, and then we'll just wait for the big guys to come. They usually come at night. Which is soon. Where are you? There you are. Oh look, 4 planes again. And let me do the same strategy. Split my planes. Get on the target. Alright. Just fast forward. Let's see how they do. Yep. 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 Very good. Congratulations. Yeah, 79 XP. Good job, Bernard. Alright, you guys go back to base. You guys go back to base. That was it. That was that guy. Alright, what can I build? I can actually get another airfield. Which I think I will get. The air base can support up to 3 squadrons, but it's so expensive. It's almost not even worth it. Ooh, there we go. Another set as it gets dark. Alright, airfield's done. Just kind of put it in the middle there. Yeah, I'll make a little squadron. Oh, there we go. Here's the big planes. Because there's two things there. Yep. 16. So this is gonna basically eliminate all of my air force. Is what's gonna happen here. Alright. So I'm gonna split you guys up again and give you each a little airplane to do. I think what you're supposed to do is kind of engage them with one of your squadrons and then retreat. Yeah, these guys are going to get dominated. I don't even know where my planes are. They're just flying because their target got destroyed, so... Sure, just shoot some other guys, please. Yeah, this is the other thing that happened. They just fly in circles. Yeah, fight is lost. Not even, like, eliminate any of these guys. And this is what happens once a day, is you get this big, giant set of enemies. Now, I'm going to wait until they get shot by the anti-aircraft guns, to be honest. Where are you going? Oh, of course you're going to miss the anti-air guns. Alright, let's lose another squadron, shall we? I mean, the balance in the game is just... I don't know what's going on. I mean, is this realistic that there's a whole bunch of... I'm going to auto-resolve. A whole bunch of German planes to deal with? Yes, it is. But that doesn't make it fun. You know, basically I'm wasting my entire air force right now. Although these guys actually did better in auto-resolve. There's only 6 left. So that's it. I have no planes left. You know? Squadrons are gone. All the XP that I earned today is gone. So, you know, the entire Air Force has been eliminated. I just gotta, you know, spend the money to retrain everybody. So. And I'll give you like a little summary at the end of the day, which will actually happen in about... Here they come. There we go. There's my daily summary of what happened. So, and I mean, that's it. And then it just kind of repeats itself every day. So here come all the planes that I can't deal with. So, you know, that's basically it. That's the few. it has issues with balance, for one thing. You know, I don't mind too much the fact that it only takes a couple minutes to build a plane and like an hour to build an entire air base, given the context of the game. As much as some of the other issues, you know, the engagements are repetitive, the auto-resolve is terrible. You know, it doesn't do a good job at all gauging how the enemies will be destroyed and how many planes you will lose. I mean, when you're taking on 4 planes with 8, you can easily get through that with no losses. Now, I don't understand why the auto-resolve would think you would lose half your fleet with that, half your squadron. The reason why you'd want to auto-resolve is because the battles are so uninteresting, because the AI is terrible. Once they destroy their current target, they just fly in a straight line and forget that there's other enemy planes. So they have to be so micromanaged in that aspect of it. You know, it's just the repetitive nature and the poor AI and the lack of depth make the few hard to recommend. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.